Hey guys, it's Jessica here with another video, and this video is going to be a follow-up to a video I did previously talking about I think it was 20 companies that were hiring like crazy in November. Basically, Glassdoor is a job site that also has a blog where each month they actually highlight companies that are hiring a ton that are noteworthy. Let me just jump into the list here. So number one is a company by the name of Synopsys, and their specialty is within tech. They're also hiring roles within marketing and advertising. So the locations were pretty much across the US, but specifically Austin, Texas, Washington, D.C., New York, and some other cities in California. Now, some of the things that employees say about the company, according to Glassdoor, is that there is really good leadership and they have a real, employees have a real passion for the values of the company. So that's kind of the highlight about Synopsys. I will link just something to where you can find some information about Synopsys, probably their site on Glassdoor, so you can take a look in case you're interested. The next one is a restaurant called Raising Cane's. So Raising Cane's is like a big competitor to, or starting to be a big competitor to Chick-fil-A. I've seen them a lot popping up in the Midwest, and they are actually hiring in Minneapolis, Kansas City, Missouri, Denver, Colorado also, and also Texas as well. It also listed a couple of cities in California. So what they're hiring for, obviously, is the restaurant business. So they're looking for crew members, restaurant managers, operations managers, but then they're also hiring marketing managers, accountants, and recruiters and training specialists. So that's kind of the bulk of their positions, but they also listed a number of other openings. So that might be a good place to check out as well. So what are employees saying? They're saying that promotion opportunities are common there, and there's an upbeat work environment. Now, I don't know what level of employees are saying that, if it's crew members or if it is the folks that are actually working maybe for the corporate office, but that's always good to hear. So the next company is JDA Software, and they also are hiring heavily in the United States with Arizona and Dallas, Texas, but also hiring in Bracknell, England, Munich, Germany, and Hyderabad, India. And I'm sure they're hiring at multiple other places, but these were the ones that were highlighted in the article. Most of the roles are going to be technical. So thinking about technical architects, data scientists, that's what I saw here. But there are also some openings highlighted within marketing, like a marketing manager, looks like an account executive. So some interesting roles there. They are fast growing, forward thinking, collaborative. The corporate culture is a cornerstone of JDA, is what employees seem to be saying. Flexibility and work-life balance are important to senior management. That's awesome. So definitely another one to check out. The next company here on the list is Sage. So actually hadn't heard of Sage, but they are hiring. Again, England pops up. So this is Newcastle upon Tyne, England. Wish I could do it in a British accent. Newcastle upon Tyne, England. There you go. They're also hiring in Atlanta, Georgia, a couple other cities in Georgia, as well as Beaverton, Oregon. And it looks like they have some remote opportunities. So if you're interested in remote work, Sage will be a nice place to consider. And let me just look at their page because I'm not too familiar with them, so I can see what they're all about if my internet works. Okay. So Sage is a cloud-based accounting, financials, and enterprise management company. So they're handling things like people systems and payrolls and things like that. They have 14,000 colleagues across 24 countries. Cool. All right. So the next company on the list here is Rockwell Automation. They're hiring in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Let's see. Mayfield Heights, Ohio, and Nashville, Tennessee are some of the ones listed. Lots of the roles here are within IT. So if you're in IT and you're looking for a job, they're hiring those locations, and it sounds like people like the folks they're working with. People are down to earth, they're smart. That's what one software engineer said. So seems to have pretty good ratings on Glassdoor as well. So this company, Nvidia, I've actually heard about from the financial world. A lot of stock traders have been talking about just the growth of that company. So they're hiring remote positions. So if you're looking for remote work, there you go. They're also hiring in Austin, Texas. You know, I'm probably going to say Texas a bunch of times. If you saw my other video, I'll link that below as well. You know that there's a bunch of hiring in Texas, so I will probably say that multiple times in this video. They're also hiring in Santa Clara, California, Redmond, Washington, and Durham, North Carolina. So another U.S. heavy job based, but if they're open to remote opportunities, maybe that's an opportunity for someone outside of the United States. I don't know. Heavy tech, definitely heavy tech is what they're into, engineering. So we're looking for roles like data scientists, architects, people that have experience in machine learning. Those type of roles is what I've really seen. But there's also a marketing segment to their jobs as well. So if you're in those areas, this may be another great company. Now, what are people saying? They are talking about the charm of the office. It is growing really fast, and they're really future focused. So I'm sure that probably means you can actually see where the company's going, but then probably also where you fit in as an employee, kind of where you fit into the overall company plan. So that's really good. The next one, I'll just kind of fly through here because I don't want to make this video too long. It's PagerDuty. They're hiring in San Francisco, California, Atlanta, Georgia, and London, England. Awesome. So a lot of positions are popping up in London, England, which is pretty cool. Their roles kind of vary. Definitely some technical roles in marketing. So definitely seeing a trend here. Looking into probably 2020, marketing and tech is probably going to be where a lot of jobs are going to be when you're talking about corporate environments. So I'll let you guys kind of look at that if you're interested. You can see the reviews on that company. Groupon, I think everyone is pretty familiar with. They are hiring in Chicago, Illinois, Scottsdale, Arizona, and Seattle, Washington. Great locations. And they're hiring across the board as well, from IT to finance to product managers, you name it. Sounds like employees are saying the culture is pretty cool, high energy, a big focus on learning, which is great. Let's see here. So the next one is BrownForman. I've not heard of that company before. So they're hiring in Louisville, Kentucky, Miami, Florida, Trinity, Alabama, London, England, and they're also open to some remote work as well. So another one for anyone looking for remote opportunities, maybe check out BrownForman. I won't run through the list of what roles there are, but I will link some information below in the comment section. Let's see, or the about section of the video. Klinefelter is the next company. They're hiring in, so it sounds like some smaller towns, maybe Morrisville, North Carolina, Rocky Hill, Connecticut, and then also hiring in San Diego, California, and a few other locations. DynaTrace, I don't know, maybe that's a DNA background company. I don't know. This company is hiring in Waltham, Massachusetts, Detroit, Michigan, and London, England. What is going on in London? Very cool. Okay, so they're looking for recruiters like me. And then they're also looking for a lot of general corporate functions like sales, marketing, you name it. So that would be a great one to look at if you're working in HR, sales, IT, coordination, accounting, you name it, because it looks like they're hiring across the board there. The next one is Valet Living. And this company is hiring for multiple roles, a lot of it in sales, but they're hiring in Tampa, Florida, Scottsdale, Arizona, Long Beach, California, Houston, Texas, which is where I am currently making this video from, and Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're in one of those locations, another company for you to check out. Republic Services is another one. They're hiring in Phoenix, Arizona, Gardena, California, Napa, Idaho. Well, that's a new one. I haven't really seen that many companies hiring specifically in Idaho. Houston, Texas, Greenville, South Carolina, and Chicago. Okay. So I think this might be a maintenance kind of company, like a waste management company or something. I haven't looked into it, but I think so. They're looking for laborers, landfill heavy equipment operators. So yes, sounds like it's like a waste management company. Solid HR, fun coworkers, and supportive culture is what they have to say. Schneider is the next company. They are hiring across the US. I will leave it at that. Pretty just everywhere. So check out that company for sure especially if you're on the West Coast. They're hiring a lot of their positions, it looks like, are drivers and recruiters and marketers. Next one is Informatica. They're hiring in, California, Texas, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Columbus, Ohio, and a number of corporate roles, IT, sales. Yeah, cool. Informatica. I don't really know what they do, but I'm guessing it is something in the IT space. So I'll link that below as well so you can look into that. The Trade Desk. Seattle, Washington is where they're hiring. Los Angeles, California, New York, San Francisco, Chicago, and Boulder, Colorado. Okay. Proficient. So actually, no Proficient. I feel like I applied to a job there before. They're hiring in St. Louis, Missouri, which is where I'm originally from. And they're also hiring in Irvine, California, New York, and Lafayette, Louisiana. Lots of technical roles is what they're looking for. General Motors, GM, they are hiring. So I think they had a freeze on hiring for a while, and they just rehired their staff again with GM. And I think a lot of automotive companies, they do like to have this practice of laying off employees, and then with the idea that they would rehire them when the need is greater. So they're back in action, hiring across Michigan and Canada as well. So as you can imagine, automotive, they're hiring a lot of engineers, but also some corporate positions as well. The last one is Emphasis. So Emphasis is an IT company. I don't know the ins and outs about it, but I've definitely heard of them. I've heard good things. They are hiring in Raleigh, North Carolina, Horsham, Pennsylvania. I've never heard of that place before. So I'm guessing it is a small town in Pennsylvania. Chicago, Illinois, Rosemead, California, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Dallas, Texas. Told you I'd be saying Texas a lot in this video. A lot of their openings are within tech. So it seems like they're very well organized, and there's some diversity across the organization. Awesome. I am a big proponent of diversity. I think it's just so important not only just on a day-to-day basis, being able to interact with people of diverse backgrounds, whatever that may look like, but also in the corporate space, there needs to be diversity to actually grow and also reflect the world that we're in. So I think it's super important. I could go on and on about that, but that concludes the video. These are the 19 companies hiring like crazy. According to Glassdoor, in the month of December, so right now in the month of December 2019. And so I am going to include the article below in the about section and also links to the companies that I mentioned below so you can check them out. Like if you are looking for a job, if you know someone that's looking for a job, send them the information. And I think something too with looking at articles like this is it does give you the opportunity to kind of see trends of what companies might be looking for within their staffing needs. So for example, with this article, we're seeing a lot of trends in marketing and tech and general engineering. So, you know, if you're in that space, it may be helpful for you as well to know that that need is heightened, so there's more demand. Maybe you need to renegotiate a salary, or maybe you need to kind of get out in the market and see what other opportunities might be out there. So just consider staying up on that kind of information. But then also another great thing is you get to see the locations that a lot of these companies are hiring in. So if you are thinking about relocating to a new city, you may want to consider, you know, where the growth might be. Not saying that this is the end all be all, an article from Glassdoor, but I think things like this can help, you know, if you're, whether you're a job seeker or really just anyone in the workforce right now. So again, this is the end of the video. I hope that you found some value in it. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you, you know, work at one of these companies, or if you have any insight or would like to share anything about the video, leave me a comment. I love reading comments. I like to engage with anyone that's watching the video. So anyway, again, I didn't want to make this super long, but I hope that it's helpful, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.